tripping on, tripping on, tripping on you. Nah, tripping on.
Many people have reported unusual occurrences known as glitches in this world, also known as glitches in the Matrix. These glitches can be big or small. Nonetheless, they are real shockers. Here are 3 incidences of these glitches. Gut feeling. Have you ever had a feeling in your gut so strong about something, such as when you feel something bad is about to happen? This story touches on this topic. I was 17 at that time, and me and my dad had just finished our fishing trip and it was almost midnight. When I was about to get in the car, he told me that he did not want me to sit in the front seat on the ride home. We argued about it for about 5 minutes and he did not give me any good reason to why he did not want me to. I gave up and got in the back seat. It was pitch black outside. When we had been driving on the main road for about 2 minutes, we saw a car driving in our lane. Right as we were about to collide, my dad swerved into the other lane and so did the car in front of us. I heard my dad say, "I knew it," at the very last second, and then I blacked out. Woke up when police showed up at the scene. They helped me out of the car. I was barely conscious and don't remember much after that. Only thing that is still a crystal clear memory is that I saw my dad sitting in the car waving at me with tears in his eyes. When I later asked where my dad was, I was told that he had flown out of the car window and landed only a few feet from the car and passed away later in the ambulance. I was told the man we crashed with died on impact and also had a 17-year-old daughter in the backseat who survived. I still can't believe that this really happened. This was 6 years ago. I believe that the gut feeling he had was that something terrible was about to happen, and if someone was going to die, he told himself instead of me. Therefore, I believed he decided not to put the seatbelt on. Also, I believe that it was his spirit saying goodbye since he wasn't able to do it. Lost time. This story is quite self-explanatory. This is my first time posting on Reddit. I'm not sure where else to go for answers. I tried to be as detailed as possible, but I'm very disoriented from this, so please bear with me. It is currently 1:10 a.m. on December 19th. On December 18th, earlier tonight, at approximately 4:30 p.m., my boyfriend and I left for a 2-hour trip to see a concert. We got there at 7 p.m. and left at the venue at 9 p.m. We did not consume any alcohol or drugs at the show. We are both completely sober. We drove for about half an hour before stopping at a rest stop, with a restaurant inside for truckers. We stopped to get food and the service took a while. There were several older gentlemen sitting around a bar area in the restaurant and 2 female waitresses. We waited about 30 minutes for our food, didn't eat much of it, it was gross. Paid and left by 10 p.m. My boyfriend checked his GPS before we left and looked at me and said, "We will be home by 11:30. As he had texted his friends and planned to be online to play video games at midnight. We got in the car and drove, and after driving through an entire album and having several lengthy conversations, I checked the GPS and said, "Wow, we still have an hour left." It felt like the drive was taking forever. We drove for a while longer, and my boyfriend checked the GPS, 1 hour and 30 minutes left. The drive is a straight shot on the highway, extremely simple. I would have noticed if it went the wrong way, but somehow, after driving for over an hour since our stop at the rest stop, we had an hour and a half left until we get home. We both immediately start to feel freaked out and go over every possibility that it could have been. My boyfriend then says that he had looked at the miles remaining on the gas tank and it had said 312 earlier, but now it read 106, meaning we had driven an extra 100 miles. We were on the same highway we had been on a trip there. Somehow, an hour of our time is unaccounted for. I'm speculating we were in a loop on the highway. My boyfriend said he feels like he saw the same sign for our town many times. We both feel extremely shaken and wish we had answers. We got home at 1 a.m. Knowing the unknown. Sometimes people know stuff before they actually know about it. My cousin had a baby 3 days ago. My dad sent me a text with the news saying it was a healthy baby girl and the parents, my cousin and her husband, hadn't picked a name for her yet. I guess they'd wanted to see her and spend some time with her before they gave her a name. As soon as I read that text from my dad, I had this crystal clear thought that the baby's name was Ellie. I had no idea why, but I felt absolutely positive that's what the baby's name would be. I'm super skeptical with stuff like this, and so over the next few days, I kinda convinced myself it was all in my head and I had no idea what they'd named the baby. Tonight, my dad texted me the name, Elaine, and they were going to call her Ellie for short. My cousin didn't even know what she was going to name the kid, and somehow I did. I've never had anything like this happen before in my life. Well, maybe once before, but not anywhere near this scale. I have absolutely no logical explanation for this, and while it's kinda cool, I'm also freaked out and a bit unsettled about it. My cousin never talked to me about any potential baby names. I don't know anybody named Ellie. It's not a family name at all. I don't know how I knew this. Has anyone else had anything like this happen to them before? Anyone got an explanation? These were a few instances of glitches in the Matrix. You may have experienced one before. Let me know in the comments if you have. If you want to know further about this, visit the subreddit r/glitchinthematrix. This reality is very unusual. Subscribe for more content like this, and remember to turn post notifications on.